are you guys here today?
Supporting Israel, the best country in the world. Am Yisrael Chai.
What do you think about all these counter-protesters?
I think we have to get them out of our country. They can support their cause. They're not doing it appropriately.
Palestinian protesters for supporting Israel. Thank you, Palestinian protesters. Thank you for supporting Israel.
What is this flag that you're wearing?
That's for you guys to figure it out. You can take a look.
She's wearing a Hamas flag, so known terrorist organization.
Resisting group. Again, with your propaganda.
Sarah Stock for Rebel News. We're at Bathurst and Shepherd in Toronto, Ontario for the annual Walk for Israel. This event has been going on for decades. Roughly 10,000 families are here walking down the street showing their support for this state of Israel. But this year we've seen hundreds of counter-protesters supporting the Hamas side of the conflict. Let's go talk to both sides and see what they have to say. What brings you out here today?
I'm out here every weekend.
Every weekend you're just passing through?
Well, it's Sunday, so basically we're just having a peaceful gathering we do every Sunday. And we're looking to bring back the hostages, whoever is still, can be brought back. We just want them back, and we want peace.
I'm supporting Israel.
Yeah.
And I go every year for the Walk of Israel. And what happened in October 7th should never happen again nowhere in the world, not only in Israel or the Middle East. From the river to the sea, they don't want a Jewish state. Maybe some Arab countries want a Jewish state, but not these people. They don't want. They want from the river to the sea.
You're not looking for a two-state solution?
No, they not.
No ceasefire, nothing. No. They won't accept any peace deal. It's just from the river to the sea.
Yeah. I don't want to be one-sided, but we have problem with our extremists too.
It says never again, a ride to remember, Toronto 2024. Did you have these similar issue with a bunch of these counter-protesters coming when you did your motorcycle ride before?
Well, it's just a coincidence that it happens to be. We have an annual right to remember, and the second part is we right to remember so the world will not forget. Well, these people not only want to forget, they want to erase, and you cannot erase history. So I don't know what these people are protesting for or against. I believe half of them don't even know themselves.
I have a question for you. So why are you here today?
Well, with the help of the Almighty, we're here because we are Jewish, and my religion, Judaism, is being besmirched, is being used as a weapon against the Almighty. It is totally against the laws of our Torah, of our holy religion, Judaism, to kill, to steal, to occupy. Judaism is a religion of 3,000 years to be subservient to God. Zionism and the state of Israel is a transformation to nationalism that started 100-odd years ago. The state of Israel has to be totally dismantled. It is a total rebellion against God. They create it on a false pretense that it's Judaism.
So many NGOs all support human rights. We support Palestine, we support Israel, we support human rights. We don't advocate world war, we don't advocate for genocide. We want Hamas and all terrorists go out of the area. We don't want Hamas and terrorists be in the area. If there is no Hamas, there is no issue in the area.
What do you think about a lot of these strategies are just screaming in your face and being obnoxious? What do you think about that strategy? Because you seem like a very calm, you're being intellectual about this. So why are these people just screaming?
Yeah, because I guess these are more emotional. They don't think, it's not logical. And they don't know IRGC, they don't know Hamas, they don't know what's behind their politics. That's why they are yelling at people.
Hamas was invented in 1982. They are a resisting group. There was decades of suffering before Hamas ever existed. What he's saying is propaganda, and we are all awake and we all know. You are propaganda. Your propaganda are lies, and everybody knows that.
It's not propaganda.
Everybody knows that.
Nazi, go back home! Palestine is not your home!
how a
Palestinian
supporter of terrorism talks. No
Liar.
logic. You know,
Did you know
they
most
never
of
talk.
Gaza's
They never
population
talk
are
based on
children?
logic and reasoning. They just
Most of
yell.
Gaza's
It's
population
all
are
emotion.
children under
That's
the
the
age
problem.
of 17. Yeah, it seems like it.
Edit this. Don't engage with them. They will edit it to make you sound like
Edit it.
you're not saying what you want to say.
Resisting group.
What is this flag that you're wearing?
That's for you guys to figure it out. You can take a look.
She's wearing a Hamas flag, so known
Resisting
terrorist
group.
organization.
Resisting group. Resisting group. Again with your propaganda.
Why are you here today?
For peace.
Peace?
Yeah. Everybody's equal. In my eyes, I think everybody's equal. Yeah.
You have a Canadian flag here.
Yes, I live up the street. I love my community here. I'm worried about the fear that sometimes comes from these events when I think we all should just be able to talk. Even when the worst things happen, we gotta stop and talk. It's important. Every life is important.
Okay, I know, because I know some of the people in this crowd, they do support Hamas, the organization. This one girl was wearing a Hamas flag, a giant Hamas flag. Do you agree with that too?
So as I said, I don't even know the politicians here. You want me to know the politicians?
No, not the politicians, just some of the protesters.
No, this name seems to be some kind of organization.
Hamas?
Yeah. So I'm not involved, I'm not aware, I'm not into it. I don't know who they are, what they are doing.
Why are you guys here today?
Supporting Israel, the best country in the world. Am Yisrael Chai.
What do you think about all these counter-protesters?
I think we have to get them out of our country. They can support their cause. They're not doing it appropriately.
Palestinian protesters for supporting Israel. Thank you, Palestinian protesters. Thank you for supporting Israel.
I support Israel wholeheartedly. I don't understand how people can protest in the way they do, angry, their faces covered. We're here, we're proud, and we're peaceful. We just want peace. We want love. Let us live.
Why I'm here to support my indigenous homeland of Israel.
Support Israel and to get the hostages returned and to stop the war.
What do you think about the reaction from the other side today?
Well, they shouldn't be here.
They shouldn't be here?
No.
In Canada or right here?
They shouldn't be protesting here. Yes.
I think they're wasting their time. You know, they claim the major claim of apartheid, yet they come into our rented space that we set up, and you know, they take over. They're slowly taking over Queens, York, UFT. Where is the real apartheid here? Name one place that the Jews have taken over. None, you can't. We get kicked out everywhere we go. But they are the occupiers. They are guilty of apartheid. I think they're wasting their time. I think we should deport them.
Think we should deport them?
I think we should deport them. They're here, they're not just chanting death to Israel, they're chanting death to Canada, death to Jews. You know, why not? Why shouldn't we deport them?
What do you think about the counter-protesters here today?
Go away, go far, far, far away, as far as you can.
What do you think about our immigration minister saying we're going to bring 5,000 people from Gaza here to Canada? What do you think about that? Is that a good idea?
I mean, look, I'm not really well versed on that information, but I'm not surprised that they never want to put Canadians first. So I don't really have much to say about it, but we'll see. I don't know. Not really much to say.
I think that's fine as long as they're all vetted. We know now that probably over 75% of Gazan civilians support Hamas, which is a prescribed terrorist organization, and we need to make sure that those that are immigrating to Canada are not part of a terrorist organization. We don't want to import any more support for terrorism or anti-Semitism into this country.
What do you think about these counter-protesters? I know a lot of them have been here all morning and, you know, they're covering their faces. Why do you think they're doing that?
Because they're not proud of what they're doing. That's simple. That's a simple fact. Why would you cover your face? My face here, my eyes are here. You can look at me. I'm very proud to be supporting Israel, Canada's democratic ally, in counter-terrorism, in economy, and in prosperity.
I think that's, I hope we're going to be very careful with who we bring over from Gaza. I think that definitely, you know, it's not a bad idea to try and be humanitarian, but, you know, if we're not going to, we've seen with our immigration policy, we're pretty wide open. We don't do any kind of filtering in Canada anymore. We just don't have an immigration policy, really. So I think it's definitely concerning if we're going to see more of this.
Tell me about your flag.
Yes, this is the Indian flag. We stand with Israel, number one, always, forever, from the beginning, forever.
What if there's Indian people on the other side?
They have no clue. They don't know about the history. Research your history, find the history. You'll know that India and Israel are together with victim of terrorism.
Rebel news, you terrorist news, you Zionist news, fuck you, fuck you. You guys are racist. Rebel news, you fake news. You rebel news. You rebel news. You rebel, keep zooming.
Excuse me. Can you tell me about this flag you're waving?
It's the Israeli flag. This is a gay pride flag.
And I saw someone over there. It was someone on the anti-Israel side, and they were holding a flag. It looked like a mix between the Palestinian flag and a pride flag. What do you think about that?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No. It's insignificant to me.
Insignificant? Why?
Insignificant. Because it is. And you also didn't ask my permission to talk to me, so please don't post this.
I don't need your permission to talk to you. If you think that people are here in Canada who are chanting for genocide have no right to stay in this country and should be deported, head over and sign a petition at deporthamas.com.